Hey everybody, Al Puglisi Trains. This is the start of a special series. Jeff Thompson, how you doing, Jeff?
Good. How yourself, Al?
Good. I just woke up and we're working on Jeff's layout. I'm one of the many crew members, I guess, working on this high rail scale layout. How big is this? This layout?
52 feet long by about 20 feet wide.
And it's in progress, but folks, let me show it to you. It is pretty awesome. So we're going to have many episodes as we on go do this. So it's a high rail, 3-rail, but it's high rail. The equipment is high rail scale, and everything's going to be scale to O scale on this. So let me show it to you. Like I say, it's a work in progress, but Jeff, this is pretty awesome, man. We got a legacy big boy you're test running.
Yeah.
Let's go take a look at her. Lionel Legacy. Smoking, and they just finished putting down the ballast on this entire layout last night, and there were a couple shorts, and now that the glue is dry, it seems like everything is working again. And my job on this railroad is going to be to help with scenery and structures and super detailing, and this is where the turntable and the giant roundhouse that I'm working on that I've made video of is going to sit right in here. And of course we're going to have all the scenery around this enormous curve. Hey Jeff, tell us about these bridges. These are enormous, about 5 foot.
Bridges were made by East Coast Enterprises.
East Coast Enterprise.
Rich Roman and around the brain fart.
That's okay. Now you built TV lifts for these, right? TV stand lifts.
These lifts are car actuators.
Holy cow! Yeah, let me get back
and down.
So you really don't need to duck under them. You've got hydraulic lifts.
I'm gonna go down because Stan Wisniewski's the other guy. He's the guy that does all the cutting.
And these are car actuators?
Yeah, car door actuators.
Car door actuators, and you built the lift on it. And this bridge here, like I said, folks, is about, my God, 5 feet across. So we got a lot of work ahead of us.
You know what? You're right. It's about 3/4 of an inch.
Yeah, it's about 3/4 inch clearance. Doing some test running. He's got nice bench work going here. He's got Yep. Areas for industrial buildings. This section of the layout is going to be city, New York City, and more industrial area. And the scenery, the rolling scenery and scenic area is going to be on the outside of it. And there's going to be an enormous board about 7 inches above this, hiding all these turns. And the city of New York will sit back in there in this large space. And this is about it's about 20 by maybe 25 feet. We've got space for the city. And then this is a train works station that we're gonna put a shed on the back of and work everything in. So it's gonna be very impressive once it's done. He's highballing it as a test run. And this is the first test run, successful test run after ballasting. And she goes flying by the other locomotives. And these cars, folks, these are just some Penji cars we threw on here, Jeff threw on here, just to do some test running. Jeff, these two bridges are going to be pretty cool with the water coming through. Yep. You got these from a bridge builder out in Virginia somewhere?
Georgia.
Georgia.
Yeah.
These are about 4.5 feet across, and there's going to be a beautiful water scene through here. And this is going to be a super detailed engine facility and it will go along with the Roundhouse facility.
That is TW Train Works.
TW Train Works. And we're going to super detail. It's already well detailed, but it's going to be lit up and even more tricked out. When did you start on this, Jeff?
Oh, 2 years before COVID.
Wow.
And then through COVID and the year following, I didn't really do anything to it.
Right.
And I've been collecting everything I need for 40 years.
Oh, wow.
And finally have a building to set it up in.
Right.
So that's why we started.
Man,
Yeah.
this is cool as hell. And there's a lot of, because it's so long, there's a lot of sidings, yard, plenty of industries and buildings for picking up and dropping off freight. All along here is going to be all kind of structures for picking up and dropping off freight and warehouses. Let me show you some of the stuff. Jeff had built a coal tower, a concrete coal tower, and we forgot it this morning.
I forgot.
And man, let me tell you, it is awesome, Jeff. You know, that would look cool as hell sitting next to this one too, you know, 2 coal towers to take the demand of the thirsty engines, hungry engines. Again, this is a work in progress, just getting things running. So you use legacy control for Lionel.
Yes.
And
They're ZWLs, they're 700 and some watts a piece.
damn, big mamas. And does Lionel make these?
Yeah.
Jesus.
360 and 360.
And then you've got the legacy control, which is very similar to our DCC North Coast. Here are a lot of the structures that are going to be going in. They're going to be weathered. They're going to be painted. More bridges. More stuff. More stuff. There's so much stuff. There's a warehouse full of stuff that this big Macy's is really cool. Jeff Scratch built this. It's an incredible building. You have to see it in person. And this is a Howard Zane building that he acquired from Howard Zane. He has quite a few Howard Zane buildings too. And this big Macy's is going to go in the city. And if you look at a picture of Penn Station, to the left of Penn Station is Macy's.
In New York City, it would be to the left.
To the left, yeah. So we're going to put this to the left, and then he's got an Empire State building that's 6 feet tall. Man, we've got all kinds of stuff. Here's some more. And folks, this is not going to be the only video. There'll be many videos of our progress. So this is another Howard Zane structure. And this is another Howard Zane structure that'll be going on the layout. And there's just many, many beautiful, beautiful structures ready to go. Let me go show you some other stuff. Trees and stacks of equipment, and even though it looks like it's a mess, actually everything's laid in there, and eventually we'll go through this and get everything rock and rolling. A lot of miscellaneous trees we can use, a lot of different things. It's another Howard Zane structure. Lots of interesting structures that Jeff has acquired over time to be going on the layout. This is absolutely amazing. We'll talk about this on another video, folks, but I just want to give you an idea. We're going to be placing a lot of structures on the layout, just experimenting today on what looks right, what doesn't look right, so that we can plan out the roads and we can plan out the location. And this beautiful group of buildings we will talk about in a separate video. I'm just giving you an overall pan today. Here's the roundhouse I'm working on, putting a rolled roof on, and I'll be weathering the doors and doing some minor repairs. Now the roof looks pretty terrible right now, but don't mind that, because when I'm done with this roof, it's going to look insanely cool. And it'll be weathered and look absolutely gorgeous. This roundhouse is enormous, folks. This roundhouse is about 5.5 feet across. And I'll have another video up. You've probably seen it on the channel. I'll probably post the roundhouse video first to show the progress. And this is the inside of the roundhouse we're working on. Jeff had to take out, this was Lee Hart's Roundhouse. Lee Hart had a beautiful 2-rail O-scale layout that he took down, and this was off Lee's layout. And the roof had warped. The sandpaper roof had a lot of warp damage to it and staining, and we had to do the repair, so we decided to go ahead and do a rolled roof on it. And like I say, once it's all the trim is in and everything is in, it's going to look, and weathered, it's going to look stellar. And then I was saying earlier, Jeff had to replace all the 2-rail track with the 3-rail Gargraves track. And we're working on super detailing this base. This base is enormous. Again, it's about 5 feet across at the back and about 2 feet across to match the 135-foot turntable. Just a lot of stuff that is going to be exciting to place on the layout. We've got many, many structures that we need to put in. Howard Zane didn't make all these structures, but again, we'll have another video, believe me, folks, and we'll talk about the different artists that make these different buildings. Jeff has made some, and he purchased these buildings from other people as well. We're going to do a whole separate video on this building. There's an interesting story behind this. There's the base of the Empire State Building. The whole building is about 6.5 feet tall. We might have to scale it down a little bit and turn it into 2 separate skyscrapers. But this is the bottom half. At the base, about 2.5 feet at the base. And I'm looking at right now, looks to be about almost 5 feet tall. Another room we need to go through. Just fabulous. Oh, just fabulous stuff. Jeff, is this something you built?
Yeah, that's something you can take home and doctor up.
And doctor up. It's a BTS coal mine.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's going to go right on this corner.
Okay.
Front corner.
Okay. Got all kind of stuff here. Jeff Scratch built this one, folks. So you made the molds for this too?
Yeah.
Man, that came out nice. And then there's a lot of stuff from Lee Hart's layout, that pieces that we're moving into the room.
I helped them dismantle it.
Yeah. Well, Jeff, thanks. And this is the first of many episodes. This would be episode 1 of the project, and you've got me and about 3 or 4 other people helping you.
Yeah.
And what's their names? Stu?
Stu, Holmes. Scott Stahl.
Okay.
And Mike Benton.
Okay, and I met all of them yesterday.
You met all of them yesterday. Yeah.
And we were going to film, but time got away from us, and we looked down, and it was like, oh my God, it's dinner time. We got to get out of here. So we'll catch those guys in another episode.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yep. Thanks, Jeff.
Yep.
And folks, thanks for watching this. This is going to be a really cool project for me. We'll do little segments. I'll do a structure segment, talk about the different artists, the different structure makers. You can watch the scenery go in. You can watch what we're going to do with this. Watch the city. Oh, I forgot about the city. Let me show you what's going to happen with the city. It's another Howard Zane structure. When we get the Roundhouse done, we're going to move it out of here. And this table is going to be the size of the layout, what I showed you, where all the curves are that we're going to hide. And this is going to be the platform we're going to build for the city. We're going to build it in sections, build the city out here, put the roads in, do the city, and move it into the layout room, and it will sit above the track to hide all those curves. Folks, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to the channel. If you need help with your model railroad, contact me at alpug1@verizon.net. And I'm honored to be part of the team here, and very happy that Jeff is using me to help. And Howard has also sold Jeff many structures. And again, we'll talk a lot more about all the different structures and what we're doing, and share some techniques with you as we journey through this layout build. Thanks for watching.